that had, was it lemon, strawberries, and cabbage in sunken land, and I just couldn't deal with that. Like, as somebody that does a fair bit with like different salad options and stuff, I could not help but to be like really harsh on that. I've only got like 95 spikes. This is not going to be enough. I've got more getting made. I'll see if I've got more bush dying around. I do. I'll make some on me too. The only way I'm going to be able to make enough in time. With the 2 workbenches and myself making them, I should have plenty enough. I did not manage to get over the wall. It's fine. Boxes. Yeah, no, I like doing all sorts of like salady kind of options. Like, I sort of like things like Mediterranean salads. I like a side salad is kind of boring as shit to me. I think it's what you always get at like restaurants, and it's basically like, I think lettuce, cucumber, maybe maybe a tomato is what you normally see in those. And I just look at it and I'm like, this is sad. Somebody made me sad with salad. They're like, it's an offense, like, basically. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I like adding in things like avocados, olives, not always into the same mix of things. I like salads that have feta, salads with like normal cheese, no cheese, dressing, no dressing, make dressing out of like cheeses and other vegetables and stuff. Like, fucking, you gotta get creative with that shit. You know, there was a point in time where when I first moved out, I was like barely 18 and I had 0 ability to cook. And I was still kind of working out how to use the oven the place had. So, like, sometimes my food would be super burnt, sometimes it would be undercooked, and then other times it would be both burnt and undercooked. And pretty much, like, not really in an edible state kind of thing. So, I don't know. I used to fuck up cooking really badly, especially anything that requires, like, multiple ingredients to cook something. Like, not just, like, you know, meat. And then timing for, like, doing meat and vegetables and stuff like that was, yeah, I'd be way off. One would be always done, like, 20 minutes before the other, you know? So, yeah. For at least, like, 2 years, I lived off salad and toaster sandwiches because I couldn't really fuck them up. And, like, the thing is, like, with salad, like, you can go nuts with that. You can have, like, you can do, like, potato salad, you can do fruit salads, you can do any kind of, like, variation of salad with all sorts of ingredients and stuff in it. So, you can also have, like, salad with meat in it as well. Like, Thai beef salads, stuff like that. So, yeah. I got real creative. So, my perspective on eating a salad is, I always have to question when people don't like what they ate, because I'm like, well, what was it, kind of thing, because more often than not, a lot of salads are very plain elsewhere. Whereas, like, the funniest thing is I've had at least 2 individual times where somebody has asked me to bring a salad to, like, a social event, and I think what they expected was, like, the boring ass, like, garden salad that you get in, like, most restaurants, which barely has anything in it. Like, it's mostly just lettuce. And I actually bring, like, you know, a decent salad, and nobody touches it. Because half the things in it, most people wouldn't even try to eat independently, let alone in a format of a salad, mixed, touching other things. So, yeah. I always end up with, like, basically eating, like, a family-sized salad by myself. So I love cooking, but I can't bake anything but cornbread. And I've had cornbread thanks to an American fellow that works with my partner. We got to actually experience, like, proper American cornbread. It's kind of nice. It's sort of somewhere between, like, I don't know, like a scone and a cake kind of thing. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, from what I've learned really recently is cooking, you can experiment with ingredients. Baking, you need to follow the recipe. Although you can like adjust like sugar and salt for your own personal needs. But baking's one that like you have to be pretty much spot on with like the ingredients and shit and times and how like if something's got to be chilled, it's got to be chilled, something like that, you know. Which is really finicky. I actually did a lot of baking when I was a kid. It was something that my grandma did. So whenever I was with my grandma, we did baking. So I can bake. I can bake pretty well. I just can't cook for shit. I just have this natural talent that when I cook something, the 50-50 chance it's going to be so inedible that it has like no flavor, or everything's so perfectly balanced in flavor that it has no flavor. So then you're left with texture, and it's a hefty chance I'll fuck that up. Or there's 50-50 chance it's going to be incredible, but I can't replicate it. Even if I cook two things with all the same ingredients side by side, like if I halve the ingredients from like everything and I put it into two separate pans and I cook it side by side, or even in the oven, just two separate trays, 50-50 one's going to be absolutely inedible. So I do not know what it is. It's some special fucking talent that I have. So I don't really enjoy cooking because half the time it's not worth the effort. Half the time it just turns out really crap. Like there's like no flavor, or like something's overcooked or undercooked, even if I've got it on the same fucking setting as I had last time. One thing I am learning is ambient temperature is also affecting some things that I cook. So like when I do meat fritters with like leftover roast meat and stuff, which for me is pretty much like turkey or duck or whatever, right? But what I learnt is that whatever spices and oils and stuff are used on the meat do impact the flavor of the batter. But also when I add, like when I top up the oil in like the pan and stuff, when I'm like frying them up, I also have to be mindful of ambient temperature around the room and how that may overly cool down the oil and stuff. So then it changes how shit fries. I'm learning, don't get me wrong. I'm putting the effort in to learn and fix shit. But like, it's not something I enjoy doing to begin with. So like having to pay the extra attention and figure out what the fuck happened and then try to fix it the next time. Yeah. Oh, hello, this needs repair finally. Stop the spikes for a moment and then keep going with that. I've got a few spikes up, so there should be a few more back up in the top of base. I'll probably go grab them before I start doing this. But yeah, once these spikes are up and running, I'll probably get rid of the wall. Or I'll let the zombies decimate it, who knows. I just can't believe I've almost got a level. I don't know. I do enjoy, like, I guess, people that like cooking. Like, while I don't like it myself, I love watching people that enjoy being able to cook. Whether it be on, like, you know, a video platform or something like that, or just, like, talking to people that can. It just kind of makes me happy to know that, like, somebody out there is good at this shit, even if I don't like it and stuff. I like experiencing another person's passion about it. Yeah, get down here safely, sort of. Because, yeah, I've got to take out that panel in there soon, too. I actually haven't really come down here for a bit. I shut Grim's door. But, yeah, we're getting some good walls, finally. I like that the sun is setting. It's pretty. This shit. I love the fact that 7 Days has one of the prettiest fucking, like, light scenarios with sunsets and sunrises. Obviously, the shine on everything's kind of painful, but still. We got more cement, and I need spikes. I got 15 built while I was down there, so this one should have at least another 15 too. 17. Alright. I got 145 spikes. I don't know if that's enough, what I'm doing. But, you know, it's kind of nice. I've got almost 3 walls spiked up. Not in here. I will fill that eventually with spikes on the inside too. So what I end up with is I end up with spikes on the outside and I end up with spikes on the inside. So if they do for any reason happen to get in, oh, it's hell on earth for them. But yeah, I like my tall walls. I like being up high places. It makes me happy. It makes me feel safer in this game filled of zombies. Alright, let's go around and fix up all the cement. Hit that. So I've also got cobblestone on me too, because a lot of these blocks, as you can see, like I have to repair them and then I can upgrade them. Like that one needed to be repaired, that one's repaired. Like you'll hear the difference. You'll hear like a little tiny like wooden, almost like flip noise. Make something that I call nacho casserole. Last time I made it, my wife wanted to know. I got the recipe. There wasn't one. I just made it up as I went along. See, nacho casserole sounds awesome. I've seen something along those lines. I've seen somebody do I don't know if it was nacho. It might have been nacho lasagna kind of thing. It's a kind of like where you'd layer all of the ingredients you'd have in like nachos, but you like put it into like a dish and then oven it kind of thing, and then you can just take like a square out. And that sounded pretty cool. I did something like that with, I think, enchiladas, because Nick really loves enchiladas, but I don't really like them much. I don't really like the taste of warm tomatoes that much. I also really don't like the taste of warm peanuts either. Like, I don't like satay. But warm tomatoes, it depends. If they're smooth, I don't mind it. If they're chunky in any capacity, no thank you. So when I made it, I made more of like a puree kind of version. And I used turkey so that I could actually eat it. Because a lot of the time Nick makes it with chicken. And I can't eat chicken. I broil each layer. So can you explain to me what broiling is? Because I hear it get used a lot and I don't have the slightest clue what it is. The only thing I thought it might be is like grilling. Because somebody once asked me if my oven had a broiler setting and I legitimately couldn't answer. I just thought they meant like grill. So I think I said yes. I'm like, yeah, my oven definitely has that. My oven is so fucked up at the moment. The seal, you know, the oven seal that keeps the heat in, yeah, that is destroyed. So it's like basically cooking all of the cabinetry around it. And it took me too long to notice that it was doing it. So by the time I fix one, I've got to fix the others. But it's also my oven and my hot plates are all like electric sensors. So basically, like it's got keypad panels and stuff instead of like the usual kind of like dials and settings and stuff. So that's why this particular hot plate has been the only one I've been able to actually successfully cook stuff on, because I can set the exact number of a temperature. Whereas the dials, if you're slightly off by like a millimeter, it's not the same as last time. So I have a little less flexibility with it, but it works a lot better with me. It's also touchpad sensor type thing. Like you've literally, like you've got to hold your finger over it or whatever to like get the shit to change temperatures and stuff. It's fascinating. It sounds fancy, but I can tell you it's really not that fancy. If I have a light in the room that's too bright, too high a wattage, it also turns on the hot plate. So trust me, it's not fancy. So I have like dim kitchen lights so that it doesn't fuck with it. The ovens have heating elements on the top and the bottom. When you're broiling, the element on the top turns on instead of the lower ones. Yeah, so that's why I thought mine might be the same as grill, because like I don't have a grill tray or anything like that. Like I don't have a grill drawer, right? But when I turn the grill setting on, the top element turns on. So that's why I kind of thought it was the exact same thing as grilling. But it might be, it might not be, because I remember my last oven had an actual grill setting thing and had like its own like little grill drawer type thing. It's hard to explain, but it had like this like little like mini section. Oi. Hey, sure. No, wait, it's not sure. Scarlett told me it was different. I can't fucking pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I tried, and Scarlett tried to like get me to correct it several times, and I was like, I'll have to hear it on your stream to be able to hear it. But welcome in. Is it okay if I just like refer to you as Lil at the moment until I can actually hear Scarlett say your name in stream? I know how to say it properly. Because yeah, Scarlett like tried to school me in how to pronounce it properly. I'm just to let everybody know, I am terrible with pronouncing names. My school did a experiment on years 1 to 3 when I started schooling, and we had what's called creative learning. So long as the word is spelt close enough, it was correct. Like instead of cat being CAT, it was KAT. So as an adult, I have a lot of problems reading how to pronounce things, unfortunately. So I'll often get people's names wrong, and please, I mean nothing by it. Sounds like sure. So Shruby? Let me know if that's close. Did I just put a spike in front of me? I did. I don't need it up there. There you go. Okay, so it's Shruby. All right. I might be slightly off, but as long as I'm close enough, I'll try to remember that. And thank you. Yeah, I was really far off initially. Trust me on that. So you got it perfectly. Nice. Thank you. I'm just, yeah, it's one of those things I'm just really bad at. And because yeah, it's kind of hard to explain sometimes because I had such a kind of fucked up education for English. But yeah, what it does mean is that even though I'm really bad at pronouncing things, I can usually understand what's being said to me, even if it's spelt wrong. So that's one of the few things that did come about it that was actually really beneficial. So like when somebody doesn't know how to spell a word, or they've been auto-corrected and stuff, so long as it's within the context of a sentence, I can kind of figure out what was being said. So that's the benefit. I just think that, you know, it would have been nice as a kid if I had have had, you know, maybe half a say in whether or not I got to be a test subject for a government school. But, you know, that was back before children were allowed to have their own motherfucking consent. So, you know, the good old late 80s, early 90s. Fantastic time to be alive. I'm fucking joking in some senses. Some of it was okay, but a lot of it was pretty crap. I'm dyslexic, don't worry. That's another thing too, is I've actually been asked before if I'm dyslexic, and I think I am a bit because I Yoda a lot of sentences. And what I mean by that is I'll say something, but I'll say it around the wrong way. But it still makes sense. And same with when I read shit. I sometimes do that. Like, you'll hear me start reading out like a later part of the sentence before I start reading an earlier part for some fucking reason. That's why some of like the story-based games get really funny, or when somebody's trying to help me with settings and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's right there. It's like on the left side of the screen," and I'm like, "I'm starting with the right." I also don't know why I start with the right side of the screen, but I do. I start something like this, if I can get this out of the way. So if this was, say, a book, right, I would start like, I would read that first word, then I'd read the rest of the word, then I'd see part of the second sentence and come back up and finish that and then go down to the next one. But then I'm seeing the third line. That's kind of how I read. It's a fucking mess. I need more spikes too. I'll have to go back up in a minute. But yeah, shit doesn't help. I gotta admit, some of the stuff I've sporadic reading, maybe sporadic reading. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. I need to go get some more thingies, some thingamabobbins, some what do you call them? Some spikes. Spikes. I need spikes. So hopefully my base has a few more of those built up by now. Yeah, I don't know. It's all over the place, but look, I get some of it. One of the things that's improved greatly since I started streaming, I gotta admit, is my ability to read shit out loud. So, like, I am in no way a public speaker or anything like that. Like, I'm one of those people where if I gotta speak in front of people, if I'm consciously aware that there's people, like, listening, I really, like, silence up. Like, I can't get words out and stuff, right? I don't think that's gonna be enough for what I'm doing, but it should be fine for the moment. But anyway, if I go back around here, so I'm good at public speaking either. Yeah. I think the thing is, like, not a lot of people are. If you are good at public speaking, like, you should be fucking proud because it's something that a lot of people. Oh shit! Fuck! Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up bad. I'm not going to be able to get out of here. All right. Well, I broke it. Let me back on it. Oh, I fucked up so badly. Oh well. At least I know it works. I'll have to fix it up. But yeah, like I can't do like the public speaking, like the memorize the sentence or like read shit out in front of people stuff. But like I can what do you call it? I can definitely read out loud a lot better than I used to be able to. And I need to fix up that spike too. Because at least streaming and stuff, one of the things I do constantly is kind of like reading out loud. Mate, the hell are you doing? Mate, you are fucking... Oh, it's a running horde. Hello. You know what? I'll let you guys do what you're doing. I've got to get rid of those spikes anyway. This is actually kind of working. I mean, I don't know if I get the XP from this, though. What if I shoot you, I get XP? Because you guys are dying. I'm not getting a lick of XP. Then you go. Alright, that certainly explains what the fuck was going on over here. Yeah, I'll have to fix all this up. But in the meantime, I don't know. I'm a pretty fast reader in general, is what I was trying to say is I can generally read pretty quickly, but I normally can't say what I'm reading out loud quickly. But that's improved. You have points and trap skills. I probably don't. I'm trying to get some in there. Hold on. I'm not leveling much. I keep dying. Traps are intellect. Yeah, I don't have any in... Is it under electrocutioner, is it? No, it's not that. Robotic inventor? Robotic inventor should have some level of traps. I think. I don't think that they're... Or is it calculated? Hold on. Advanced engineering. Oh yeah, hold on. No. The forged electrical things. Oh yeah, you get XP from electrical traps. See, the only thing that bothers me with what they did with 7 days is that a long time ago, you used to be able to get XP from any traps, which included things like this. So that used to be really, really good. I'll see if I can reach that to fix it. It used to be really, really useful for this because I'd have spikes everywhere and I'd get XP, passive XP from like just being around, right, my base. But that's not kind of what happens anymore. Where did I fall? All this is destroyed. I think, oh yeah, over here. But yeah, I wanted to put up... Do I not have more on me? Fucking hell. I'll just leave it for now. The crafting book level have you got and traps? I'll have a look in a sec. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I wanted to put up electrical fences and some spinny traps, but I haven't got anywhere near like the electrical stuff that I need yet. Mate, what's up with these fucking ferals everywhere? I'm in the city, right? So I keep getting like all these zombies. There we go. Now I can kill you. Is that? And I'll check my stats while I wait for you two to like disintegrate. Mate. There we go. Alright, so we've got the snow biome. Yeah, snow biome's not too bad. Like where I am isn't great. Let's see, books, traps. Yeah, I've only got a little bit. So I don't even have a level in this yet. I can't even make it yet. I've got to kind of I've kind of got to go and like hit an electrical place, but every time I actually leave my base, I get killed. So yeah, I'm not getting too far with the exploration and getting stuff. I had to explore so much of the map just to find this place in the first place. I actually wanted to build in the wasteland biome first up. So when I first jumped in, I was down over here. This is about where I kind of spawned in. It was up around here. We went straight down. Grim found his base, and I tried to get into Wastelands, and I found the water tower that I wanted to build on because I wanted to do a wasteland thing, but I'm also playing on warrior difficulty with daytime feral sense. So honestly, I never would have got anything built in there if I had have actually started in there. So I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. But then I had a base around here somewhere. Hold on. There's the desert. Can I zoom out more? Oh, it's up here. I found this ranger station up here. That was pretty cool. That was nice. I barely got anything out there. Wasn't too bad. And then I found a really cool place down here, which looks like it's a cross between like 3 really rich real world people's houses because it's called something weird like that. So, yeah. But yeah, after a while, I ended up finding, because there's usually one of these in the snow or desert, usually. So, yeah, I happened to find one up here. There wasn't any over in the, Oi! Did you do that because I'm on the wall? Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. It looks like the difficulty that you and Scarlet play at. It might be. No, behave. What were you gonna do? You and your bucket head, Trantha. Give me my other gun, this will be faster. Fine, I'll wait for them to come in. I got spikes inside. I'll wait. I got time for this. Oh, mate! Did you just climb that guy? I had to build my walls higher because we worked out that the mountain lions can jump 3 high, by the way, on their own. Just in case nobody knows that, the mountain lions can now jump up to 3. Still can't use that. It's fine. They can take their time destroying this wall. I'm in the process of doing this side of the base at the moment. So I'll wait. Mind you, if I kill them, I get their XP. But if they decide to jump up here, they're not actually destroying anything important. And there's one guy over there that's just milling in here too. I see your back, Trantha. Oh, I wonder why you keep dying. Yes, so if you haven't already met him, Trantha, I believe, is currently around. And he's my Chaos Senpai. He's also our resident raccoon, so, you know, remember to wear socks. He will lick your feet. But look, he has a lot of points, and he's been spawning a lot of things. And even when I am in my base, he's worked out how to spawn things to get them in here, like at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not safe even when I am in a safe zone. This is basically what's been going on. So, have your own pocket raccoon. Yeah, basically, except like he's a little savage at times. All right, my confuse is off so I can move around again. But yeah, that's why we've got the outer walls too, because it kind of stops them from just casually getting in here. Mostly because she runs out of hit points. Yeah. Well, that and I get like certain things taken away too as well. Like for a moment there we had no sound, and like I keep running out of ammo and other stuff. How far along was I? I was about over here. I think there's a zombie here somewhere. It was. That block shouldn't be there. Hold on. Give me that. It definitely gives me a migraine. I'm not a big fan of Deafen either, because I have like tinnitus, right? So like it does like a little bit of like a high-pitched whine that I can hear really clearly because of tinnitus. So it's not fantastic. It's definitely better than some of them. There's a couple that I have like disengaged at the moment. That almost got me, by the way. I put a thing up too high then. But yeah, feral sense doesn't help because during the day the zombies can find me. At nighttime we have nightmare speed. So zombies run faster than me, so I can't outrun anybody. So don't leave the base too much at night. Because even though feral sense isn't on, they're dumb as biscuits. They can still kind of like... Oh, you're in rage. They can still kind of like, you know, hunt me down and kill me pretty easily. What's up, Phoenix? What are you doing? Phoenix is my cat for anybody that doesn't know. He's decided to come up and dramatically look at me. I'm not sure what he wants. I gave him pats, and that might not be enough. What are you doing? Are you cold? The heater's on. You can be in front of the heater. You cannot sleep on me. I cannot sit in a position where you can sleep on me. He's just queued up for pats at the moment. Just give me a second. I mean, stealth still works. decently with feral sense. I've got a lot of stealth stuff on. I've got a lot of like muffler mods on my person, and I don't. Problem is, I don't level too often, so I'm only level 36, and I have got. I've died 125 times. I've killed 19,095 zombies. So I've actually killed more zombies than, you know, my birth year. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
The hell was that?
man.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Uh,